Hello guys, welcome back to PrizeDr's YouTube channel. This video is in the hashtag investment for dummies playlist, and today I'm going to talk about how to buy your first house, from what you should expect to what you should look out for. Buying a house is usually the largest one-time purchase any one of us will do in our lifetime, and it can get incredibly frustrating. There's a lot of information floating around out there, and banks tend to use a lot of complex words to describe what will happen. So in this video, I'll go through some of the main points you need to keep in mind, as well as how you can get the best deal for your house purchase. First and foremost, make sure you can get a mortgage. Generally speaking, banks will not give you a mortgage if the house value exceeds 4.5 times your annual income after tax. If you made $40,000 a year as a household, be prepared to look at houses up to $180,000 if you want the best chance for you to be accepted for a mortgage. There's nothing more frustrating than finding your ideal house to only find out that you can't get a mortgage for it and your hopes get crushed, so keep that in mind. Secondly, have a deposit ready. Deposits are how you can show the bank that you've responsibly saved over the past few years, and it's incredibly useful as it brings the interest rate of your mortgage down significantly. Aim to have at least 15% of the house's price as a deposit. For example, for a $100,000 house, have at least $15,000 worth of deposit ready, as this will make sure you're more likely to be accepted for the mortgage, as well as bring the interest rate of your mortgage that much lower, meaning you ultimately pay less money in the long term. Next, you want to make sure your credit history is up to scratch. Credit histories are used by banks to figure out whether you're a trustworthy enough person who they can loan a significant amount to. And if you have defaulted on payments, this will reflect poorly for the bank, as you would be a higher risk person, and this will cause your interest rate to go up or be rejected from the mortgage outright. You also need to make sure that you have enough income left over to pay the mortgage. This might result in you going out less, eating out less, as you need the money to pay the mortgage, as banks will assess whether with your current lifestyle you can afford the mortgage. For example, a couple who parties a lot and eats out a lot will be more likely to be rejected for a mortgage than a couple who stay at home, even if they earn the same amount and want to buy the same house. Make sure to shop around for the best interest rates possible. You don't want to be paying high interest rates to your bank when the bank next door could have offered you half the interest rate, meaning you lose less money. Take the paperwork from one bank to the next bank and ask them if they can give you an offer with a lower interest rate. Now for a quick look at the technical vocabulary you'll need when purchasing your first house. Let's take a look at APR. APR stands for annual percentage rate of charge, and it's the cost of borrowing the money, and so the amount of extra money you'll pay the bank for borrowing. Representative APR is just an average APR based on what 51% of people would get, whilst personal APR is the interest rate based on your circumstances. Always aim for the lowest APR possible. The final thing you need to bear in mind are taxes and fees. Generally, you'll need about 2% of the house price to pay for lawyers and solicitors, land surveys, taxes, mortgage broker fees, and so on and so forth. So have at least 2% of the house price available to pay these off alongside your initial deposit. The ideal situation using all these tips would be a couple who earns $100,000 total over a year after taxes, and they want to buy a house for $400,000. They both budget well and have a deposit of $60,000 available. Both have a high credit score and also have another $8,000 available for miscellaneous fees. They shopped around and the highest APR they were offered was 5%, but they went with the lowest APR possible, leading them to buy the house at 2% APR. Remember, this is not financial advice, this is financial edutainment, so only follow this after you feel comfortable doing so. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you want to see on Investing for Dummies next. Be sure to give our site a visit when you can, and earn some free gift cards in exchange for a bit of your time. Thanks for watching, and until next time, it's been PrizeDr, signing out.